You too wish to bear witness to the right of dissension? Me too. We all do.
Well, okay then, creepy guy.
As a businessman myself, how could I not take interest in Liyue's most important business trends? The 17 predictions given last year made more than a few ripples throughout the industry. What's more, there's been a rumor going around that the Tianxuan herself, Ningguang, has been acting secretly in the shadows.
Tianxuan herself? But she's in my party.
She wants the rocks created by Geovision holders to be exempt from taxation.
Huh? Huh? What? Are you taxing rocks? You're taxing rocks? What is it? What is it? You want rocks created by Geovisions to be exempt from taxation. What are you talking about? Are you what? Or what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I'm confused. How are you taxing rocks? Or do you use rocks as currency? Or do you use coins?
Wow, that's some super professional legal stuff, that is.
Sure, Paimon, let's go with that.
To be on the pulse of the predictions and the market is what makes this harbor what it is.
Wait a second, he just brought up a good point. Harbor, maybe instead of taxing, like rocks, they're taxing imported goods. Could it mean that Ningguang herself has a geovision and uses a business that creates some type of sculptural rock and then transports it to other places to make a living? Would that mean she wouldn't be taxed for that? But then you could go into the schematics of it. Like, what the heck are you making that would require... What would you make out of rocks that would require you to place taxes on it? Are you making buildings? Because that would make so much sense now that I think about it. Because if you tax a building, but it's made by a Geovision holder, you essentially, what? I'm trying to think of this as, outside of the game, okay? Outside of the Genshin economy. Because in actual economy, that would not hold up in any sort of economy, actually. Because a Geovision is someone with the power of a god. And just like Venti just said, anyone with a Geovision could ascend to a higher ability or higher state of consciousness that they could become something more than mere mortal. So, given the hindsight of that, it could mean that it would be legitimately like a 1%. Like, not just 1%, but like kind of like a dictatorship almost. I mean, giving the economics of it, like say Ningguang builds a building, okay? Boom, it's a home. Okay, she sells it to some people, like say, hey, you can come to this house and you can live in it while paying me rent. And people say, oh, we should tax her because she can't build that there. We can't afford to let her get money without us getting the money, say the government, because that's what happens in capitalist societies. That's what happens in communist societies. That's what happens in fascist societies. All across the board, even democratic societies. But the one place where that does happen, or where Ningguang, a special privileged person, would have such control is an oligarchy. Not just an oligarchy, but a place where she is given money by happenstance. Not by... Well, I wouldn't say it's the oligarchy either, because that's essentially the wealthy. Ningguang doesn't have to be wealthy in a monetary sense. She has to be wealthy in terms of a skill nobody else can possess. And I'm not talking like a guitar skill. I'm talking like, I have this third arm and I can do this very specific job. Just go with me. And then, boom. All the demand falls to me. and me alone. Would that not create like some type of, I don't know, that it essentially falls down into like patents almost, because like say somebody creates a cure for a disease, okay, but they patent it so nobody can steal it. They're the only person that can make the money, but if anybody recreates the cure, they are breaking the law essentially. So technically that's what it is. Now if I can only come up with a name for laws like an economy like that. I honestly forgot. I've been talking for 5 minutes on this one subject. I could have probably started a podcast about economics, but okay, never mind.